Hello, Royal Telly viewers. Chloe here, your royal commentator. Let's dive into the latest round of royal chaos that's been making waves in the media. This past week, the media circus reached a crescendo of absurdity. Certain tabloids, along with their online cheerleaders, decided to create a storm over, get this, someone using Meghan's correct formal title. The entire brouhaha was triggered by a house manager in New York, who, in a show of basic professional courtesy, announced the Duchess of Sussex by her name and title when a journalist arrived for an interview. Yes, that was the crime. The irony here could be cut with a ceremonial sword. These are the same outlets and the same talking heads that have thrown fits when the Princess of Wales isn't addressed by her full title. They've insisted that broadcasters use Catherine's formal title, claiming it's disrespectful otherwise. But when Meghan is introduced correctly as the Duchess of Sussex, suddenly it's an act of arrogance, a social faux pas, and evidence of character flaws. The rule seems clear: rules for some, chaos for others. Social media users were quick to highlight this glaring hypocrisy. This wasn't about etiquette or protocol or even the announcement itself. It was about who the title belongs to. If the Duchess of Sussex were someone the tabloids approved of, the moment would have been lauded as elegant. But because it was Meghan, an American, a biracial woman, someone who refused to be controlled by the institution and the press, the story was twisted into a negative attack. And let's not forget the ringleader of this tired circus, Piers Morgan. Once again, he inserted himself into a story that had absolutely nothing to do with him, laughing and mocking the situation. His obsession with Meghan, stretching over years, seems rooted in a personal grudge, a resentment that she ghosted him and refused to engage. This isn't journalism. It's personal bitterness of a man whose fixation echoes his documented obsessions with other royal women, including the late Princess Diana. Clearly, the rules only apply when it suits them. This manufactured outrage reveals the establishment's deep-seated discomfort with Meghan's legitimacy. They cannot accept that she is the Duchess of Sussex, not because of a PR stunt, but because she married Prince Harry and remains his wife. That's a reality they can't erase. Despite all the noise, Meghan continues to thrive. Now, let's turn to the public's response. They were quick to point out the glaring hypocrisy. The public, always the keen observers, were not fooled by the smoke and mirrors of the media circus. Social media platforms buzzed with the voices of individuals who saw through the media's charade. The Twitterverse was flooded with tweets and retweets that highlighted the stark double standards. One user pointedly asked, "So it's okay for the Princess of Wales to be addressed by her full title, but not the Duchess of Sussex?" Another quipped, "If the Duchess of Sussex were anyone else, they'd be applauding her poise and elegance." Facebook wasn't left out of the action either. Users shared articles, posted statuses, and engaged in heated discussions about the situation. Many expressed their support for Meghan, praising her for maintaining her dignity in the face of such ludicrous accusations. Instagram users, too, rallied behind the Duchess. They flooded the platform with images of Meghan, each captioned with words of encouragement and admiration. Some even started trending hashtags like "Our Stand with Meghan" and "Duchess of Sussex," which quickly gained traction and became viral movements. On Reddit, threads popped up discussing the media's treatment of Meghan. Users highlighted the hypocrisy of the media and shared their thoughts on the matter. The consensus was clear. The media's reaction was not only unfair, but also rooted in double standards. And let's not forget about YouTube. Video after video was posted in defense of Meghan, each garnering thousands of views and sparking conversations in the comment section. Many YouTubers also use their platform to dissect the media's behavior. pointing out the glaring inconsistencies in their treatment of different royal figures. The public's response was loud and clear. They saw the media's hypocrisy, and they weren't having it. They stood by Meghan, praised her resilience, and called out the media for their unfair treatment. They were not fooled by the manufactured outrage. They knew the real issue wasn't about etiquette or protocol, but about who the Duchess of Sussex is. The public saw right through the media's charade. The people's voice echoed across social media platforms, standing up against the media's unfair treatment of the Duchess of Sussex. Their message was clear. Meghan deserves respect and recognition, just like any other member of the royal family. And then there's Piers Morgan, the ringleader of this circus. Yes, the same Piers Morgan who seems to have made it his life's mission to antagonize Meghan at every turn. He's at the heart of this media storm, once again, stirring the pot and fanning the flames of controversy. Morgan's involvement in this so-called scandal is as predictable as it is tiresome. He's been on a relentless crusade against Meghan for years, a personal vendetta that seems to stem from a bruised ego. You see, Meghan once decided to cut ties with him, to ghost him, as he puts it, a move that he apparently took as a personal affront, and he's been on the warpath ever since. But let's not mistake his actions for journalism. This isn't about reporting the news or holding power to account. This is about a man's obsession, his unrelenting fixation on a woman who simply chose not to engage with him. It's an obsession that echoes his documented fixations on other royal women, including the late Princess Diana. His commentary isn't about Meghan's title or protocol or the supposed arrogance of being announced by her correct name. It's about Piers Morgan and his inability to let go of a grudge. It's about his penchant for inserting himself into a narrative that has absolutely nothing to do with him, all for the sake of a few more headlines, a few more clicks. But remember this, Piers Morgan's involvement in this story doesn't make him the ringleader. It makes him the clown. He's the one who's turned this non-issue into a spectacle, a circus act for the amusement of his followers. And while he's busy laughing and mocking, Meghan continues to rise above, to thrive, and to build a life away from the glare of the media. In the grand scheme of things, Morgan is just a sideshow, a distraction from the real story, Meghan's resilience, her strength, and her refusal to be defined by the tabloids. His involvement was nothing more than a personal vendetta. Despite all the noise, one thing remains clear. The Duchess of Sussex continues to thrive. Meghan Markle, a woman of grace, resilience, and determination, has faced an onslaught of media criticism with unwavering strength. Her achievements are numerous, spanning philanthropy, business, and advocacy. Yet, the media seems more interested in the scandal of her being addressed by her rightful title. Meghan's journey has been anything but easy. Her marriage to Prince Harry, an event that should have marked a joyous union, has instead been used as a weapon against her. Yet, through it all, their love has been a beacon of resilience. They've weathered the storm, their bond proving stronger than the baseless attacks thrown their way. And let's not forget, their children, Archie and Lilibet, hold their places in the royal line of succession. Despite attempts to downplay their significance, these children are a testament to the enduring bond between Harry and Meghan. They symbolize a new era of the British monarchy, one that embraces diversity and change. Meghan's resilience in the face of relentless media criticism is not just admirable, it's inspiring. She's shown that she is more than a title. She's a woman of substance, a woman with a voice, a woman who stands up for what she believes in. Meghan is a beacon of hope for those who dare to challenge the status quo. She continues to build a legacy of empowerment and social justice, refusing to be silenced by her critics. With every project she undertakes, every speech she delivers, and every stand she takes, Meghan proves that she is a force to be reckoned with. Meghan is still standing strong, and that's the reality that the media cannot erase. Despite their attempts to belittle her, to undermine her, to discredit her, Meghan thrives. She is a duchess, a wife, a mother, and so much more. She is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and she is not going anywhere. No matter how loud the critics howl, Meghan's truth remains unshaken. She is here to stay, and she is here to thrive.